What's good, y'all, man? Appreciate you guys for tapping in for another video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your people. And just so you know, man, it's just so you know, it don't cost you a dime, not a nickel, not a penny to hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah, you already know, man. We getting down to the nitty gritty, of course, man. If you're new to the channel, name is Uncle Nax, and I pretty much just go over certain videos that I feel like kind of resonated with me. We typically go over like political issues. Not that I'm like, an expert in the field, of course, but political issues, social dynamics, dating and relationships, and just things that are like kind of plaguing our society today and trying to figure out solutions to make it a better tomorrow. You already know. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for tapping in again. So today we're going to go ahead and react to a video that I believe also resonated with me. If you don't know who Charleston White is, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I don't even know who Charleston White is myself, but he does state his own opinions that typically kind of goes viral online, and he's a very controversial person. There's some things I'm not gonna sit here and lie that I believe that I agree with him, because a lot of the times, man, I really do be feeling like he says certain things just to kind of bait people, and he's like kind of clout chasing and stuff like that. I mean, I gotta respect the guy who's going to stand 10 toes down on what he believes and his value system, of course, and states his opinions, the raw, unfiltered opinions that he has. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you probably wrong about that. Oh, you might be wrong about that as well. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, where did you get your education from? But regardless, though, man, I gotta respect the guy for stating what he believes. And at the end of the day, man, it's like, you gotta respect somebody who stands, stands 10 toes down to their beliefs. So we're gonna go ahead and react to this video real quick, and in regards of what he believes and what he believes about like certain rappers that are trying to give back to their community once they make it big, particularly Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph. And yeah, no, he states some real facts in this video. But we're also going to dive in and like, give our own analysis on what he what he reported, of course. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the video, of course.
3 days after, our interview, Young Dolph passed away. Well, he was killed in his hometown. When you seen that, what came to your mind?
Nothing. Yeah. This one thing I know. But first, let me say this. I want to pose this question. Who convinced us that death and dying is a bad thing? Who convinced us that dying is bad? When every living organism, every living creature, every living species has to die. Whether that's a plant, butterfly,
not knowing what happens after. I mean, especially if you're not connected to like any type of religious beliefs.
Every living organism has to die, right? So who says dying is a bad thing? That's number one. Number two, when you're born, right? The day you come out your mama's and you say, wah, that's your birthday. The day that people go cry for you to die already
yeah, he's a comedian in his own way.
We're supposed to cry
in his own right.
Enter into this world, because they really enter into a horrible place, right? You're supposed to celebrate when a die, because they done completed the journey.
At the end of the day, we got to how you view the world, whether it's horrible or good.
Number three, a prophet is not welcome and has no honor in their own hometown. So that means a man of great stature, of man of prestige.
I'm gonna drop the Bible verse here as well too, just so that you know that that came straight out of the Bible.
In his own hometown, he would never have honor. A prophet is not welcome in his own hometown. So
that sounds crazy too, if you think about it.
They took away a man by the name of Adolf, who now we're learning owned over 100 properties. Every year he would purchase a foreclosure home and put it in his children's name. He was with the same female, the same woman since high school. So we're hearing all these wonderful things about Adolf. He gave away over $1 million in the same community he was slain in. Job well done, my boy. Job well done.
It's crazy how you can do so much
left
for
a
a
legacy
community and
behind.
for that
And
same
so
community
we only
to turn
know
their
about
back
Young
on you.
Dog, and so
Not everyone, of
we
course,
lost a
but
rapper. The community lost
jealousy
somebody
and
who
envy,
fed
bro.
the
I
people.
tell you,
And the saddest
they're
part
cousins,
about guys
cousins
who
of death.
guys like Adolf and guys like Earm is when they get killed, nobody can step in and fill their shoes and feed and give and nurture and uplift and breathe life into the community as they died trying to do. So let me just say this: all of our greats have died in that manner. So if you put on that suit, then hey, all of our greats have died in that manner. Very few of our great leaders have grown old and caught and just died of old age. So when you step into the forefront in the front line of trying to feed your people and take care of your people, it's a chance that you could die in the process of trying to do that.
Yes, that
Now,
sounds
you said
wild,
that
bro.
that
Does
death
sound
isn't a
wild.
bad thing, but it's a hard pill to swallow when we see two young black men shorten somebody's life that could have
Yeah, young
way more
black men.
potential
Your
to do
own
way
kin is
bigger
the one that
things.
actually
Well,
X'd you
none of
out.
us see life and death is out of our hands, right? So how can we celebrate life but not celebrate death? How can we do that, right?
I think we mourn the potential.
What potential when he's doing it? That's not potential. He's done it. Who have done that we know of? We're
Yeah.
not looking at potential, man. We're looking at greatness. Potential is a possibility that you can do it. No, man, this is
Nah,
done.
they did it.
When Adolf do this right here, it's done, homie. He ain't.
Yeah.
What more?
Dolph
See,
did
we
it.
looking at it
Nip
from
did it,
a
yo.
low level of a
Rap-wise,
position. What
giving
more?
back to the community
what more
wise,
could we say he could have
they
done?
reached their potential.
When I say
They probably could have
potential,
been greater,
yes,
if
greatness.
anything, if they
What
were still
Nipsey
alive.
did while he was alive, greatness. I'm talking about when he passed away, all these people coming out. He was about to do this. He had this in store. He had this set up for movies and big
motion,
deals.
bro.
That's what I mean by potential of.
But that's not what makes you great. A wise man leaves and stores up a inheritance for his children's children, not for no
Yo,
movie
he's
for people to
he's
see,
spitting a
not
lot
for
of
no
biblical
community
knowledge
center
in this
for the
video. Who
community.
would have thought that
Your
he would have this
overall
type of
obligation
biblical
is to them
knowledge stored
babies
up
he
in that
had.
brain of his?
They set forever. They kids set
So
forever.
he's not. Let me
So
go ahead and
what
pause it. So I'm not sitting here and gonna say that the guy is an idiot, of course, man. I mean, from the videos, the various videos that I've seen, what he's like, he said online. Sometimes I feel like the only reason why he says it was just cause, like I said, clickbait, just to get a reaction out of somebody, just to get some views and get some subscribers and an audience, building up the audience and stuff like that. But other videos that I've seen him like actually spitting out some real wisdom, like some actual wisdom, biblical knowledge, things that he's went through. Speaking on the behalf of like the black community, like how we're able to kind of like get out of the hole that we're typically in. Understanding that like the black community is like divided, and it was intentionally done so that we were never able to get ahead. You feel me? So do I believe that he's full on for the black community? It's hard to say because it seems like he'll put one foot in one door and then another foot out. Like it's kind of strange. It's like he's playing both sides. But like I said, in some ways, yes, does he spit out some pretty dope knowledge and like kind of revealing the the complexities of what's going on in the black community? Yeah, but at the same time, it usually kind of seems like he's doing it from a selfish perspective. Like, this is not a guy that I would want to represent me, like, speak on behalf of me and my family and my community. He's just one of those guys who's just pretty much gotten viral, but he does have good points in what he has to say in regards of certain topics. You feel me? So I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. But nah, he's intelligent in his own right. He's not a dumbass, but a lot of the things that he does say in some ways, I'd just be like, you just a little skeptical about it. You're just like, I don't know about that. I feel like you said that just because you wanted to get more viewers. But let's go ahead and start the video again.
Potential. He's done fantastic. He's done fantastic, my nigga. We looking at it from a selfish standpoint. We looking at it from, we're critiquing. See, when you born, you got your birth date, right? And in between your birth date and your death date, there's a dash. That dash is your legacy. So everybody gets
Yes,
to talk
sir.
about the dash, whether you're here or not. When you gone, nigga, that dash is what people get to speak of. Normally, when it's a shameful
Yeah, what did you
dash,
do
they
with
say,
your time
well, we
on
not
Earth?
gonna speak
Did you
on
make
this
it worse or
legacy.
did you
It's
make
too
it better?
shameful to talk about. It's go shame the dead. It's go shame. No, that ain't what God says. That ain't what no book says. You live this life, so this shame goes on to your children. Your children will suffer from their father's sin, whether it's the shameful acts or whatever, the great acts or whatever. But you're gonna pay for your father's sin. Or the world is gonna treat you accordingly, or based on who your mother and your father were. So when you look at what his children will inherit, after he died, he owned his masters, right? Over $20 million in sales after he died.
Oh man.
Come on, homie.
He amassed a fortune.
See, what confuses the human brain about death is we don't get to pick the parents that we're born to. We don't get to pick the situation that we're born in. We don't get to pick the environment, right? Nor do we get to pick how we lead this motherfucker. We don't get to pick how we go die.
Yeah.
So if
sometimes
if
we leave
if death ain't bad,
unintentionally.
no matter how
Somebody
you
else
died,
could cause it.
you got to get out of here. What makes it bad is what you did while you lived. That's what make life bad. So if he's made it to that to this stature where we're all seeing his name, to the people that know him that he was born to, he's become great. How much greater do we want a man to be? But we don't know him. So that's why we think, oh, he ain't no, we don't know him. No, Adolf reached his potential, homie. He probably exceeded it when you come from where he come from.
Yo, Young
You see what I'm
Dolph.
saying?
Straight up.
Young
Now it's pretty
Dolph
common now.
was-
We see rappers pass
He was
away
a great
at
guy,
least
man.
once a
Like,
month at least.
I know that rappers typically
from the
have this
biggest
public
rapper
image
to
that
the
they have to
emerging
show,
rappers to the
to
aspiring
demonstrate,
rappers.
but
why
behind closed
is
doors,
that? Because in the 90s, a
did a lot.
Tupac and a
He did a lot
Biggie
of
dying
good.
was
He
that was
really
unheard
did.
of. Nowadays, you see the big rappers get killed on a
lyrics
normal
now
basis.
of his
What do you
music
think
was,
that is?
was
It's
kinda
just
iffy,
like
though.
drug dealers
No.
and gang members.
You're
Everybody
influencing the
rappers
younger
now. See, once
generation to
before
do
everybody
things
wasn't
that
rapping.
you know isn't
Even
going
the
to,
smart people that went to college and got
you know,
degrees,
positively
they become
impact
rappers. Dr. Rose or whatever his
community.
name out of Dallas. This rapping now, stupid motherfucker. This nigga done went to college for all this now to rap. He done got shot. So they make rapping, shooting, and dying look cool. When you got ball players wanting to rap, doctors wanting to rap, football players wanting to rap, preachers wanting to rap.
I think it's just more of an
Everybody
expression
wanting
thing,
to
though.
rap. So everybody's a rapper now. I'm fit to be rapping. If I can just find some kind of way to mumble that shit, but my brain won't retard where I can do it. But I want to do it so bad. I swear I do. But everybody's a rapper, so
brain
that's
won't
why it
retard
look
like
like
that.
a bunch of rappers dying.
That's funny.
But say, brother, let me tell you something. More regular people are dying than rappers. The rappers just get all the spotlight when they die. But there are innocent people dying. There are young people dying. There are more regular. See, we underestimate the regular people because we so busy paying attention to a rapper. So that's why when a rapper die, I say, man, f that rapper. Let the community mourn them because the community haven't lost a rapper. We got people dying in our own backyards that we supposed to cry over. They want a spelling bee. They went to college, but didn't make it to college, but went and got a job and worked on a job for 25 years and maybe got arrested one time and didn't catch no felony and raised all his kids. Man, that's the one no, homie. But I'm saying we need to look at death another way, homie, because we all gotta go. We all gotta go.
That's
And your
facts,
son is
man. It's all
18,
about
right?
what you
Yeah,
leave,
they're
and
18,
you know
If
what
you
your
wanted to
legacy,
start
what you
rapping
leave
tomorrow, would
on
you let
Earth
him?
Man,
before you
hell
transcend
no. We
to
gonna
the,
fall out.
you know,
I'm
to
talking
the
about we gonna
afterlife.
break
So
up. I'm gonna tell him now, man.
you're
Nigga,
judged
go
by
work
what
at
you did
Walmart.
while during
homie,
your
it
time
ain't-
while
man,
you were on Earth.
Look, name me a rapper that's doing something, homie. Name me one rapper, homie,
Yeah.
that you can put next to Johnny Cochran. You can put next to
So
Colin
let me
Powell.
go ahead and pause it right
You can
here.
put-
So he made some pretty good facts. Obviously, you know, as far as like some of these rappers who actually make it out big, never come back to the community to to support the community. You know, try to build it up from what they pretty much went through, from what they grew up in. But you gotta honestly understand those, like, the thing about when it comes to rappers who are wanting to do good in the community, I mean, these are prime examples of the people, black men, just so you know, like role models, idols for the younger generation to watch and emulate their great characteristics and qualities, for them to be able to elevate one day and change their own life and change their own legacy and change their own bloodline. Thing is that like they took the right path as far as like, you know, coming back to the community, build it up so that like the younger generation then don't have to grow up the same way that these guys did. You know, it really stems all the way back, like during the 1920s, even earlier than that, because black Americans, black people, period, you know, African Americans, Africans just naturally had this innate ability of being able to have a good sense of expression through music. You know, they just had the naturally great musical talent, whether it was from the blues, the jazz, now modern hip hop, um, you know, rap, things of that nature. And the thing is like, you know, the higher ups, the people that pretty much controlled the musical industry, understood how talented black people were. So they decided to use that and exploit it and use their own talent against African Americans. And, you know, like when you're in such a poverty stricken place and you don't know where you're going to get your food the next day, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, especially when there's like a lot of crime, gangs that are in your area. I mean, you know, the gang talk is going to be for a discussion for another day, but gangs were never supposed to be gangs in the first place. But for the most part, when you're in just like a highly anxious, you know, environment where it's life or death and you don't even know if you're gonna make it tomorrow, sometimes a lot of these kids are typically, because they see so much death and murder around them, they think that they're not even going to live into adulthood. They don't think they're gonna live to older age. So these guys at the higher tops, the people that run the music industry, they find just a random rapper that may be like, you know, out there in the neighborhood, that just kind of, you know, they're just doing their thing. They rapper with their groups of friends and stuff like that. He amateur at best, probably. They're like, hey, we're gonna pick him. They tell him, hey, you know, in order for you to get out of the situation and circumstance that you're in, all you have to do is make sure that you rap about drugs, murder, bitches and hoes, and like, you know, how black women ain't shit, and like all this dangerous, you know, stuff that you really don't want to put out in your music. It's things that are going to influence the younger generation to follow in your own footsteps. And like now these communities are always going to be like, you know, broken and poverty stricken, stuff of that nature. So they they exploited our talents in order for us to pretty much cause self-destructive tendencies. You feel me? And they know exactly what they did. And the thing is like these guys who typically make it big, these rappers, these you know, entertainers, that's why they usually have to go back home, or even sometimes they don't even go back home at all, because they understand how it is. They understand the environment. They understand like envy and jealousy all too well, and like how dangerous of an environment that they used to live in, that they come back. Even they may want to do good for the community, but there could be some people that are actually for them and others that are truly against them, because they see in another person that this guy was able to make it, but I wasn't able to make it. You know, jealousy, envy, resentment, you know, like it musters within them. And then, you know, once they find the opportunity to kind of X that actor, X that rapper, they take the first shot that they can get. So it's really a tough discussion to have, because I mean, it's not purposely their fault in regards of like why they don't come back to the communities to build it up. It's really just because of the dangerous environment that they grew up in. I mean, they could want to do better for the people that follow in their footsteps, but there's always going to be that one guy, that one woman, that one kid that was just led astray, and maybe even sometimes manipulated. And sometimes these guys typically get kind of set up for them to, once they get into a certain neighborhood, certain spot, they take advantage, manipulate some people, and get that guy to kill that person, so that, you know, nothing traces back to the originator, to the person who actually came up with the plans and schematics to actually kill the guy. You feel me? So, but that doesn't excuse the the type of lyrics that they're kind of spouting out into the community, because at the end of the day, you can choose what you rap about. And it's just a shame, to be honest with you. It's a shame that the fact that a lot of these because they've been so heavily influenced by the music, you got opposing gangs like going against each other, whether it's through gun violence or fighting bare knuckles. I mean, I don't even think these days that these guys even fight even bare knuckled. They kill an opposing rapper or whatever, somebody who just rubbed them the wrong way, who got under their skin, and they kill the guy, and then they making music video. These are children, bro. I mean, children is kind of exaggerating, but these guys are like dancing on their graves and shit like that. It's like, yo, how low have we gone, yo? To dance on a man's grave and be happy and making a music video of putting a guy 6 feet under, bro. You know how wild that sounds? How low have we gone? So it's no wonder a lot of these rappers don't typically go back to their neighborhoods. It's because that's what they're dealing with, That's what they're dealing with. You really got to go very low, and you got to be very heavily influenced for you to be dancing on a man's grave after you killed him and make a music video about it. So it goes very deep. It goes very, very deep. But at the end of the day, the initial, what caused it in the first place was the fact that the people who run the music industry, they influenced the poverty-stricken neighborhoods. The kids that were in these poverty-stricken neighborhoods told them, hey, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. If you want to get out of the situation that you're in, all you have to do is rap against your own people, like rap about violence against your own people, and then we'll make your dreams come true. They pretty much sold their soul to the devil. At the end of the day, they sold their soul to the devil. They signed the contract, their whole, they gave their life to the devil and shit. That's why they make sacrifices. Sometimes people sacrifice their own family members just for riches. Yeah, it goes that deep, man. It really goes that deep. But the reason why these rappers don't typically go back to the communities and help build it up again is because you got a whole bunch of jealous and envious people that person grew up with that are looking to take his ass out. That's why at the beginning of the video he said a prophet is not welcome even in his own hometown. And it says it right there in the Bible. The moment that you make it, you got to get the hell up out of your own hometown. Real talk. Real talk. I mean, they didn't, this wasn't scripted in the Bible for no reason. It's so that the people after who are born after the Bible was actually made, they understand the wisdom that they can get from the Bible, so that they can live a long life and avoid any type of trouble or any problems or issues that may warrant them as they elevate into a better space and a better livelihood, a better quality of life.
Next to Muammar Gaddafi. We need some world leaders, homie. The rappers are the laughing joke of manhood. Think about that, homie. If we had a manhood competition and we sent our rappers,
they can't speak against what's going on. That's part of the rules when they make it. They're not allowed to speak about what's going on in the black community.
They had to do like a triathlon.
They're the gatekeepers, the boulets.
Homie, most couldn't even fight. If you told them to just get in the ring and dance around like Ali and throw jabs and go look flimsy, they go look flimsy, homie. They go look flicked and feminine. So, nah, homie.
You recently said one day on your YouTube, and I was laughing for like 20 minutes. You said that most men don't know how to change a tire.
No, most don't, homie. Not by themselves. No,
sad, bro.
Most niggas don't know how to change a tire. Not by themselves. Yeah, that's why the old school daddies show their daughters how to do it. Cause they know she go get with it when it's time. Most send their girl to the gas station to pump gas. That's a no-no. You ain't never supposed to let your woman sit outside that motherfucking gas pump pumping that gas.
Never.
I done seen young niggas sitting in the car while the girl do it. I done seen every time somebody knock at the door.
Yeah, man, no etiquette these days. Men don't have no type of etiquette.
Or if he look out the door,
but it's also back to
the
influence from the music, man.
And say, baby, go answer the door. See, that's what the old
treating women like bitches and hoes.
Put the woman out front for protection. Hope the master car and don't come in and beat and kill him. See, that's how weak that's how the subservient it used to be. The real answer the door, snatch it open with his rifle, standing right there asking that white boy what his business doing here. So now today he don't even know how to cut grass and make the line straight. You know what I'm talking about? And yo,
Yeah, there's a lack of
yeah, he
masculinity
can't
as
even
well
do that.
too. But
Sorry,
I think it's
motherfucker.
just
The
really not
difference
having
between
enough
me and any other
positive role
character.
models
I'm saying,
in
hey
your
y'all,
life.
I'm in
Not enough
character.
men in your
Hey
life to
y'all, I'm
teach
in
you these
character.
things as you get older.
Hey y'all, I'm in character.
But no, I understand what you're saying, but why diss the dead? The dead paid their dues to society, they're gone. Why continue to diss the dead though?
But who said you can't diss the dead? You got the dash there, homie. Who said that the dead is off limit? Where do y'all get this notion from? How is it that this generation of people can love and honor dead people but not living?
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's the Go ahead.
See, he's speaking facts.
How can
He's
you
spitting
so
facts right
love the dead but wish death on the living?
Yeah.
But what's the difference between you dissing the dead
not welcome
and
even in his
Fulio
own
making diss
hometown.
songs about the dead? It's the same thing.
No,
bro.
it's not the
It's like
same
that.
thing,
It's
homie.
really
Them
like
people,
that.
they went and killed people, homie.
Yo,
they talking about, man,
wish
man,
death
they
on the
really killed.
living,
That ain't the same thing,
and then
homie.
they'll
Dog,
cry
this is what
on
y'all
the
fail to
dead.
realize. When they haven't
Volunteers
dinner
on the
yesterday
dead, but wish death on the
nobody in the
living.
household was saying Nipsey's name. Nobody. To them, Nipsey got earmuffs killed. Had he never been playing this fucking Nipsey character, he would have still been alive. Had he never took on playing, you see what I'm saying? And he was killed by the people he so loved. Nobody jumped. Man, don't you know the president has somebody that'll jump in front of a bullet for him? Don't you know? He had people that'll jump. Crime, mafia boss. Nigga, they got people that'll jump in front of bullets for them. I went to Miss funeral. And I went there. I didn't know Nipsey Hussle. I never heard his song other than Racks in the Middle. They don't play his music down here. Never did. Never played his music. So when Nipsey Hussle died, I had just left California. Had just come back to buy them cars. I'm saying, damn, when I was in Cali, we went by the store. It was empty. They wasn't playing the music that much on the radio. So when I come home,
not too aware of Nipsey's music. I don't know what he was rapping about.
Man, we got that done this shit way before him. Man, Marcus Shed. Man, there's a whole bunch of done shit way before him here locally. So I had opportunity to go to the funeral to see what the hoorah is about, this Nipsey Hussle character. When I got there, man, everybody smoking weed for Nip. Everybody in the stands, man, I'm on the floor with the family and the rappers. I can see them people. I can see their facial expression. They wasn't smoking weed like us. I was smoking weed too. I ain't never been to a funeral where you can smoke in front of the casket. And we normally do this at the funeral ground.
Hey, but I prefer somebody smoking weed at a casket than dancing on it.
It was booming like we was at a concert.
Shit, you know how wild that sounds?
Was in there for Nipsey Hussle. But them people down there in front of that casket was there for earmuffs. And they was sad, homie. They wasn't partying for this Nip.
That's his real name, by the way.
Right? It wasn't until the 7-year-old, or the little boy, man, Lauren London's son, that she had about Lil Wayne. He got up and said this in front of all these people. He said, last night I had a dream and Earmus came to me in heaven.
Sound like MLK.
He said, Earmus said, what up, killer? Yeah, that's what he called me. So Earmus calling this kid, what up, killer? How can a kid, you see what I'm saying? So when it hit me, man, I put the thing out. Put the thing out. No, man, this something different. This Earmus guy, man, they done tricked us with this Nip. Nipsey Hussle will never go down in the history books, but Earmus could. They'll never talk about Nipsey in a college class, but they would about Earmus. But we'll never know about Earmus because we'll always celebrate Nipsey, this character. It's just like us celebrating Alonzo from Training Day and forgetting about Denzel Washington. So I told Lamar, say in the interview, when he's in the park in his hood with the Pyrus, he say he not OG so-and-so, he not OG, I told him all. He said, I'm Mr. Kinsley. He understand the difference between the characters. He said that on Boss Talk.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not OG Mob, I told him I'm not this. He said, I'm Mr. Kinsley, is what he said.
Yeah, you have an identity outside of your profession.
When I say Nip, man, Nip ain't the dead. And see, what people fail to realize, there's no consequences to speaking on the dead because the dead is dead.
I don't know if I really believe that. No consequences on speaking on the dead,
the people you disrespect, the thoughts you have when somebody cuts you off on the highway. You honor Nipsey Hussle but disrespect your grandmother. You honor the
Oh,
dead
yeah,
Nipsey
yeah.
Hussle, which is
Priorities
some
are just
demonic,
all messed up,
satanic
man.
kind of by the way. Since you honor the dead, that's demonic and
We
satanic.
honor the idols, but we don't
The
respect our
dead
own
is
blood.
dead. You honor the life that they live. Or you use their life as an example on how not to live. But honoring the dead,
That's true wisdom right there.
the dead buries the dead. So it's the dead going down to the graveyard putting flowers. They souls dead and empty because this person gone and lost. It's the dead burying the dead. So you got all this honor for all these dead people, but you can disrespect your community. You disrespect your neighbor. You hate your baby mama. You hate your baby daddy, but you so honor Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, man.
But
These
you
are the
hate
issues
the
that are
person you
plaguing
laid
the
a
black
sin with.
community, man.
Help me understand this. You
They
don't
make
even
us
know
go
this
against
person,
each
but
other.
you
It
know
goes
these
right back to
people.
the Willie
This
Lynch
woman
letter.
raised you, but you'll disrespect her when she call your phone too much. You'll disrespect your mother because she was once on drugs and she didn't know how to raise you properly, but you still resent her for it, but you cry for these rappers. Man, fuck you and them dead rappers. So Julio and them, what I'm doing is something totally, they attacking real life people. I mean, character names, they saying. Them real people names. So I make sure to never mention Earman's name in a negative way. I make sure
man.
that I
So, yeah,
honor
you
who I
know,
met
like
at
I
the
said,
funeral.
man, he be spitting
I
facts.
heard what I heard
Sometimes,
about Earman's.
you know, sometimes. I can't agree
heard
with
about
everything that he
Earman.
says, but
Y'all like Nip. Man, Nip, I'm riding with Earman.
This is an old
yes,
video,
sir.
but
Yes,
Charleston
sir. All
White
right,
was
well,
right.
that's the end of the video, but you know, like I was saying, man, like, you know, he definitely has a lot of good points as far as like, you know, what you know, his take on like the whole issue with like things plaguing the black community, rappers making it, as far as like how they're remembered, what they did in that little dash of a line, as far as like how they you know, impacted the people that were close to them, the community. I mean, just worldwide, man. You know, so you know, it's at the end of the day, man. It's really all on you as far as like what are you gonna leave behind? You know, it's like we all came down here for a certain mission, and you know, if you're only here to like kind of cause nothing but destruction, negativity, and pessimism, and anxiety, depression, and all this other good stuff, that, I mean, that says a lot about who you are and like, you know, the type of soul that's inhabiting you. So, I mean, these guys, you know, I mean, Young Dolph, I've heard some of his music. Nip, not so much, but I know he was dope. He was dope as fuck. But for the most part, it's like now I'm kind of questioning exactly what kind of music that they were even like pushing out there in the first place. I mean, he called Lauren London's son, "What's up, killer?" It may sound cool, but don't call a kid a killer, man. Subconsciously, man, he may actually become that because he wants to be cool in your eyes. It's all about influence and what type of influence that you trying to put out there. But you know, that's the end of the video, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for tapping in, of course, man. Like I said, bro, it costs nothing, not even a nickel, not a penny, bro. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hey, appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. More videos to come, and you already know, man, we're gonna do our thing and just make sure that we, you know, spreading out that positive message so that we're bettering our tomorrow. You feel me? But y'all be easy, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Y'all, yep, like I said, y'all be easy, man.